I think I thought it was an outstanding college basketball game. I really did. And for what Utah and Colorado did to us first time around, I think it shows a tremendous growth of this program because we've played everybody tough. We've either won or we've been right there to close out a game. We haven't always closed them out, but we've been there with the exception of Arizona, who we only played one time. I feel like this team has figured out how to play. And we know defense is our destiny, although Booker kind of lit us up tonight and got away from us. But the three seniors were just tremendous this year. And to be able to lead us like they did and have the games they did, Jordan grow up this year, everything he's been through here as a student athlete, for him to perform, and he's been outstanding to coming down the stretch. Dexter just coming of age, been a perfect gentleman on and off the floor. And then Devontae Lacey, somebody who really stayed and helped turn the school around, was huge. They did a tremendous job of showing the younger guys what it takes to be successful. The leadership of this team is going to be excellent because they've had excellent leaders going out of the door. Ike Arabu, his numbers tonight, just incredible to not let those seniors lose. Josh Hawkinson, 21-10, numbers just incredible. Junior, Longridge, those are your leaders next year. All of those guys performed, so they responded to the challenge of seniors lead us, underclassmen don't let them lose, and let the torch be passed for us to close out a game. And Q was good, Q Johnson. So everybody did what they needed to do. And they have 6 guys in double figures and 57% from the field, 50 from the three, 85 from the free throw line. That I think is a great indication again of what our system can do when everybody is on their A game. It's really a beautiful thing to watch, and I was proud of the way they hung in there and pulled us out in overtime. That should be everything.
It was a lot.
Yeah, well, that's why I did it. I gotta go. Go ahead.
The sophomores rose to your challenge and carried the seniors through the first 40 minutes, but then those 3 seniors really stepped up in overtime. Was that meaningful to watch?
I don't know if they carried them through, but they did the job of fighting to not let them lose because Devontae hit the bucket to send it to overtime. He hit some big buckets during the game. But I thought for Dex to hit the 3, Devontae hit the 3, and Jordan scored to open it up. That was huge because that was senior leadership that did that. And you're right, I thought it was the thing that got us over the hurdle. So that's what I meant by both groups did their part. The underclassmen did their part. The seniors did their part, particularly in the overtime. Good question.
Ike and Josh's success in the first half went hand in hand. Ike was getting Josh a lot of easy looks. It was harder for him to do that in the second half. What did they do to disrupt that rhythm?
They started switching the ball screen. The first half, we felt like we could attack Josh, and because he's come off some injuries and things, and I thought our quickness really bothered him in running that high post ball screen with shooters on the floor. They made some adjustments where they switched it, kind of took it away from us, and we had to go some other places to get some plays done. But I thought Ike, his decision making, his energy, he was just terrific in the game. And for those 2 guys to work together, we ran that action for as long as we could run it until they had to make some adjustments to it, and they were excellent at making the right reads at the right time. A lot of it had to do with Ike.
You guys kind of countered that adjustment by having Josh post up on the small who just switched to him, but it didn't get a lot out of it. Is there something that he needs to do to be able to take advantage?
No. Josh just needs to. Josh does a great job of playing in space. To where we actually countered it, we started using the 2 bigs to screen the wings, and you saw us running a lot of action coming out of the corners with those shooters coming up. One shooter come up, another shooter come up, and on occasion, a 3rd shooter would come out of that corner as well too. So that's how we counter, because we put Josh in another situation they had to guard, and their bigs had to guard our shooters, bringing those guards off of screens and everything. And I thought we did a good job of executing that.
The defensive strategy when Colorado's inbounding with 10 seconds left, did you tell your guys not to foul right away?
Is that the one down in front of our bench?
Yeah.
We told them to try to go for the steal is the first thing you need to do. And if you can't get the steal, naturally they're thinking a hit's going to come. Look to tie the ball up because we have the next possession. And sure enough, rather than them putting it on the floor where you got a foul, they bend over thinking a hit was going to come. We get our hands on it, tie it up. It's our ball, and we get another look at it.
You guys have been close in so many games this year. How nice is it to kind of grind out a back-and-forth battle like this?
We were close at Cal on the road. We beat them. Washington on the road. We beat them. Oregon at home, 108 points. We beat them, and you can just go. Arizona State was a close one. We beat them. It's just they came at different times. We felt like we let 2 Oregon State games get away. We just felt like we were right there. We're in Oregon State, in all these games, you're right there to close the game and couldn't do it. And then certainly we felt like we let UCLA get away on the road. We played really, really well and did not close the game. So the beauty of it is, for us to have this conversation, they've done a lot of growing up and done a lot of things right to put themselves in a position to close the game. And now they're still figuring that out. Remember now, this is all new to this team. The wins, this level of play, enough guys on their A game, the shooting, the confidence, the close games. So they're just continuing to learn and grow. So we felt like all year long there were some teams in the conference that had given us their best look. Utah, Colorado, Arizona, UCLA, but we felt like we had enormous growth potential. And that's why we stayed with them and stayed positive and kept bringing them back, because they were still growing up. And what you saw tonight was everybody was kind of on their A game. Everybody brought their offense, and we're very difficult to handle when you do that.
Obviously, Scott and Booker are very gifted offensive players, but did you think that the defense that you liked what you saw to your guys defensively in Utah, did you see that carry over?
I thought our defense has been good against USC, against UCLA, and against Utah. You had some big-time players. Booker and Scott are really good. They just got away from us tonight. But for the most part, we played them so much better than when we played them the first time around. We didn't defend them. We didn't play tough. We weren't physical. We didn't have confidence. And nothing. We didn't do a lot of things right. So I don't look at it just as defense. I look at it as we're a different basketball team now. One that's more confident. We can throw more bodies at you. We can get some stops at times. And certainly we got some big stops down the stretch of the game and in the overtime, I should say.
How do you carry this momentum going forward in the Pac-12?
Everybody's 0-0. And we've said all year long, I wish we could start the season over knowing what we know now. I wish this team could go back and have everybody else's preseason schedule and get their confidence and get the wins and get moving. This team had probably the third, fourth toughest preseason schedule there, and we had to go through those lumps. And then you open up conference on the road. There's a lot they had to withstand. Well, now you're going down to Vegas, and everybody is 0-0. And we want to fight down there to give ourselves an opportunity to get to just get to the next game. You don't have to look at it, get the chance. It's just get to the next game, and that's what we're going to do.
You guys have Cal at noon on Wednesday. Do you spend a lot of time scouting them now, really trying to game plan that matchup, or is it just going through the tournament?
Ask me that question on Monday. I got to enjoy Colorado right now. We know Cal, they know us. It's rest, it's energy, it's getting your focus right and getting to the tournament because we know what they do, they know what we do. There's a couple adjustments we need to make, but that's about it.